actual revenue realized. Governor, are we also together there? Do you agree, Kisii?
Yes, yes.
You realize an actual budget of 135 million. And also, you ended up spending 163 million. Up to there, are we together? Where did the extra amount come from?
Through the
Where did, let me just do the tabulation for you, because we need to make it clear here. So we have got 163 minus 135. So you've got about 28 million up and above your actual revenue. Where did that come from?
I want to state that apart from NHIF, we also, from our facilities, we have money collected in cash that goes to the F5 account. Plus, as I've said earlier, Linda Mom also, we get some reimbursements from the expenses that are incurred by the patients when they visit these facilities.
Let's start this way. You did a revenue budget of 232 million. Is that correct? Where were you hoping to get that money from?
We were hoping to get this money from, of course, the patients who visit the hospitals.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have a schedule of where you are? Because I think that this is a better control and performance chair, and we have got a shortfall of 42%, and then we've got an upward spending of 30%. I mean, under 30%. I think that it would be important that this query leads us to how can you be able to perform as a budget, and that's why I'm asking you these questions. I'm not interrogating you. I'm actually trying to look at what are the areas for performance for this budget. You budgeted for, this is a revenue budget. In your revenue budget, you budgeted for 232 million. Where did you hope to get this money? Do you have a schedule that I was hoping to get from NHIF, 45 million, which is the maximum you'll be able to see from the previous query? Isn't it, Chair? And then the rest, where are you projecting? Do you have a schedule of where those projections are coming from?
Yeah, through the Chair, I want to confirm to this committee that we also have several donors working with us in the county, the Department of Health. So when we budget, we also budget with our donors in mind.
I want you to help. I want to help you.
Let me answer that one.
Yes.
Given that that question is not a question, it's actually an extra question. If required to provide that schedule, we can provide where we are, projected to get that money from.
Governor,
at the moment, we don't have it here.
But Governor, that's actually the answer that should have come to this question, because the way the response would have expected here is a schedule that indicated the target for that 232 million. You see, so that the way that the answerable comprehensive is, over the 232 million, we were expecting 50 million from Donawai. We were expecting 45 million from NHIF. We were expecting 90 million from Linda Mama. We were expecting 50 million from XY source. However, the shortfall of 97 million came because Donawai did not come with the 45 million, they came with 30 million. You see what I mean? And then Linda Mama, we ended up getting 30 million instead of 45 million here. Because this is about better control and performance, and we have to see how do don't overshoot. You don't expect that donor Y will give you money when they won't come up for you. So that if they won't come up, we can advise you that perhaps on this, we have this remedy from the governor or XYZ. But the way it is like a proper, we can't give you feedback when you don't go to that detail on where were you hoping to raise that revenue and where were the big shortfalls, so that we target those and give you proper feedback on how to reduce that 42%. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, and in fact, before Senator Agenda comes in, the budget is actually not balancing, because if you look at the amount you raised was 135 million, but you spent 163 million, meaning that there is 28 million. Where did it come from? Because you only spend what has been realized. So where did the 28 million, extra million that you spent come from?
Chair, that's what I'm saying, that the only way they can be able to answer that is to have that breakdown. Yes. Remember, that was my first question. And that's where he wasn't seeing where I was heading. And this is not a question of being defensive. This is a question of how can we help your budget projection make sense so that you don't over budget or underspend. Because you have raised 135 million. That's the money you're declaring you have raised. But you have spent more than you have. And I asked you, where does that money come from, 28? You know what you told me? You've got many sources. You know why you're saying you've got many sources? Because you don't have a schedule. You expect to have all those money. So I can say that actually the 28 million came from the governor because Donna White did not come up with that. Or the 28 million came from Linda Mama, but because NHIF did not come through for us. We need that rigor so that we can be able to give you proper feedback as financial team in this committee.
Senator Agenda, put yourself on record and you proceed.
Thank you, Governor. Welcome to the committee as the leader of my party, the deputy party leader. Yes, you know you have party leader, deputy. Yes. Now, just 2 points, Governor. I just wanted to just weigh in on the budget control and performance. Right from what Senator Eddy has asked, the plug-in, Kisii has referred to donors. Are you able to provide that schedule? Or can you, on top of your head right now, tell the committee how much money you received from donors during that year? But that ties into the other question. Did you therefore knowingly, is there information that you knowingly withheld from the auditors when the audit process was going on? And lastly, Kisii of Governor, was there money lost? I think that is the other crucial point in all this. Was there money lost? I see performance question and the year in Kisii 2021-2022. I don't know that COVID, what we're looking at here.
Yeah, so Governor, you can respond.
Chair, before I give them a chance to respond, hopefully if we had a look at the earlier response, you'll realize what Senator Agenda has asked of that COVID element, which has not been, I'm sure, which has not been captured here. But it is a recurrence of the same question the previous year. Therefore, that bit of it I want to agree.
You should make me a Kisii, you can.
Their chair, that could have been, occasioned by the fact that there was COVID again in those variances that we are checking.
I think just a small input. The governor's response earlier to Senator Eddy, he had indicated that given time, he can also be able to provide this committee with the schedule so that reconciliation can be completed. If you could also direct within the timeline, because it is those reconciliations now that can bring to light if this 28 million was lost or really what transpired, Chair?
Okay, I think for us to determine that, we require that, Governor, your people submit the schedule to the auditor in the next 14 days to verify, and then the auditor you submit to us in another 7 days. So that is 21 days, 14, and subsequently 7 days for the auditor.
Chair, for the purpose for the record,
Yes.
the difference between the 135 million and the 163 million expenditure does not necessarily mean loss of funds. I want to make that very clear. It doesn't necessarily mean loss of funds. Because remember, the revenue budget was 235 million. So I don't have a problem with that overshot expenditure above the realized revenue. I only have a problem with the performance, in the sense that you have budgeted for 235, you have realized that 135, and I want to know why I realized 135, which is 45% less. Which areas are you not performing at? And I think actually in that schedule, if the accountants are doing their job, it should actually reflect in the financial statement. Because when you're budgeting the financial statement and you're doing a revenue budget, then you should that of these 232 million, right? We are expecting 50 million from Linda Mama. We are expecting 100 million from Donna. We are expecting this. And I don't know others about the financial statement. If it's not there, that's why we provide it. If it is in the financial statements, there's no problem. But then we can be able to go one by one and see where didn't you realize in terms of the collection. You see, you give us a schedule of the 232 million. And then the collection, 132. You have to give us the schedule of where the 132 come from. We got 10 million from Linda Mama again. We got 30 million from NHIF. We got, the donor gave us 20 million. So that the two schedules, so we don't condemn you in blanket that you will not perform. Maybe there's an area that you performed better than the other. So we look at the 132 million, actually the areas that help us realize this are this. Then maybe we realize that maybe one of those areas shot up by 28 million above its performance, which we should give you credit for, right? We should not just condemn you on the bad part, but also the good part. But that is just prudence in terms of detailed financial statement. You don't need to go a new schedule. If it's in the financial statement, it should show in the financial statement.
Okay, and another thing, CEC Finance and CEC through the governor. You know, whenever you have variation in your budget projections, then you need to do a supplementary budget. I don't know, to adjust the changes. Did you do supplementary budget? CEC Health and CEC Finance.
Chair.
Yes.
Let me ask the people who are in office then.
Yeah.
They saw it. You were in office then. And can you tell us if there was oh, you were not in L. Who was there? Chair will ascertain.
Governor, are you trying to again throw the previous governor at the bus? As you always do.
The governor has tried to fill the gaps of the other government.
We told now the officers are, we are told they are ongoing.
Yeah.
Therefore, we have no reason completely. All these gaps, again, we're answering questions. Most of these questions, again, for the regime which was there. How I wish that there was provision in the Senate that you could call those ones who are in office. But now, the things could have been answered. So that I'm held responsible for every mistake that is committed at my time. Yeah.
Okay, honorable members, on I think we reached the end of HIF. I don't know how much time we have to cover this. We now have Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital. And these are 4 financial time now is we are at 12:45. Yes, 4 financial years. Yeah, so let's see how much you can cover. It has quite a number of issues. To take us through the reports in the usual manner.
Thank you, Chair. The report of Auditor General to the financial statement for the Kisii Teaching Referral Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2020. Issue number 1, presentation of financial statements. The issues addressed. Issue number 2, failure to submit financial statements. The issue was addressed.
Compliance issue. That is a compliance issue. Yeah, it can only mitigate, and that one we had given direction.
Okay.
So it also applies here. Proceed.
Issue number 3 is about property, plant and equipment, not addressed. Issue number 4, inventories, not addressed. Issue number 5 is budgetary control and performance, not addressed.
Are those issues which are not addressed recurring for the other years?
Yes, they are recurring.
Okay. Go to 2021.
The report of the Auditor General for the financial statement of the Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2021. Issue number 1, budgetary control and performance, not addressed, and it was only 1 issue for that year.
So it is recurring also.
Yes.
2022.
2022, the issue is also 1 item, which is again recurring, budgetary control and performance, and not addressed.
I have noticed a trend, Auditor. I don't know whether, Governor, you have noticed the same. That that the previous years they were getting unqualified opinion. Yeah, but during your time, that is for the year ended June 2022, then the real issues came out. I don't know, Auditor, where were the issues hiding for the previous years? Huh? Auditor, where were the issues hiding? Because when we look at year ended 2021, it's unqualified. Ended June 2022, unqualified. But now when you come to 2023, it's adverse. Because there are new issues which should have emerged much earlier.
Chair, even for 2020, we were able to give advance opinion, which is the...
Okay, proceed to 2023.
2023, the audit report of the Auditor General on the financial statement for the Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital for for the year ended 30th June 2023.
Point of order.
What is your point of order?
Chair, for 2022, 2021, I mean 2020, 2022, I think some of the issues that are raised here we can actually be able to give recommendations. And I don't know, because I think the issues we have gone through, issues like budgeting for performance, if the team was listening, we have given a very comprehensive approach to financial statement preparation. So then the other issue that I'm seeing here that could be able to consider is property, plant and equipment. I can assure you that on that is just about transitions. And having a proper register for property. Failure to submit financial statements, we have talked very comprehensive on this, and I hope that, and I believe actually that the team has taken note. So why can't we just concentrate on the 2022-2023?
Yeah, because the issues are recurring. That's why I wanted us to consider the last year, which is 2023. So just take us through 2023 then.
Yeah, we support that.
Proceed with the unsupported amenity wing.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. For the year ended 30th June 2023, issue number 1 is unsupported amenity wing expenses, which is partially addressed. Issue number 2 is employees cost, not addressed. The issue number 3 is property, plant and equipment, not addressed. We have issue number 4 is about unsupported repairs and maintenance, not supported, not addressed. The issue number 5 is general expense Kisii County interest, not addressed. The issue number 6, more of the same budgetary control, not addressed. And issue number 7 is lack of training need assessments, which is not addressed. Of updated asset register, which is not addressed.
Okay, so I think the issue on unsupported amenity wing expenses, I think we look at that, and then employee cost, we look at that. The issue of property, plant and equipment, Governor, this is similar to the one we saw in a municipality. The issue of land, buildings, motor vehicles, furniture, blah blah, and all, and even asset register, depreciation policy. I think in the same light we looked at the municipality. We would like you to look at that as well. So we will not cover this for the purpose of time. We will take the written response, but also direct that Governor put more effort around that asset management. So that goes on and on. It's very detailed. The matter of Doctor's Plaza is also there as part of that. The machines, dialysis, cryotherapy and CT scan, all those. And those issues related to the mess. They are related to the mess. This mess is really a mess. So then the matter on unsupported repairs and maintenance. Auditor, what was the main issue here?
The main issue here is the manchik, whereby there was repair and maintenance cost. But in terms of looking the property, plant equipment, it was not recorded. So there is mismatch about the repair and maintenance for some of these assets. But if you look in terms of the book of the accounts, some of these assets are not recorded under the hospital. Like the vehicles and all.
So it is touching on the issue of assets.
Yes.
So I think that can also be managed under asset management as well. General expenses, Kisii County interest, what is it about, Auditor?
And outstanding interest of around 3 million. Currently, what has been supported is around 1.5 million, which falls short of the 3 million. And it was referred as vendor expenses, Kisii County.
So this interest was surrendered. Governor, I see in your response that the interest was surrendered and he has attached the voucher. So what do you say about that, Auditor?
I share the voucher that has been attached is 1.5, but the audit query was 3 million.
So there is still a balance of 1.5. So maybe, Governor, you can
informed that there are 2 vouchers attached.
confirm that. I'm trying to manage time so that we only deal with the key issues. Confirm that as we go on, the other auditor can assist. Budget control and performance. I think we've spent more time on this. Where we have said, if you cannot meet your budget figures, then we do a supplementary budget. Lack of training needs assessment. Auditor, what is the main issue here? 191,000. What is the main issue here?
Yeah, sure. The audit query is about there was some training that has already been undertaken, but in terms of just confirming whether there is some training need assessments in place or maybe the training plan has not been provided. But the county were able to explain that this expenditure relates to CBD hours for the doctors and also the accountants. So they were able to support that in terms of the CBD hours. But the major concern was the issue of the training need assessment and also in terms of the training plan, whether it's placed. That's the concern for the audit.
Okay, the issue of lack of an updated asset register, I think this also covers what I had directed earlier. So, honorable members, in that case, the query on unsupported amenity wing expenses and employee costs. Yeah, those are the queries we are going to look at. So, Auditor, take us through the first query. That is for the year ended June 2023.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Unsupported amenity wing expenses. The statement of financial performance reflects amenity wing expenses amounting to Kenya 5,476,000, which, as disclosed in Note 12 to the financial statement, comprises contracted professional salaries and allowances amounting to Kenya 2,465,000, and doctors, nurses, and administration officers local amount of Kenya 3 million. However, documents such as contracts and engagement letters in support of the expenditure were not provided for audit. In the circumstances, the accuracy and completion of regularity of the amenity wing expenses of Kenya 5,476,000 could not be confirmed.
Governor, your management response?
Chair, again, I want to confirm unsupported amenity wing expenses. This is regrettable. However, the management has since provided contract agreement and engagement letters as attached in schedule Annex 1A, 1B, and 1C.
Auditor, your comments?
Thank you, Chair. The management concurred the observation on unsupported amenity wing expenses. However, the management provided a part of the employment contracts for finishing 765,000 out of 2,465,000. Maybe Chair, we raised in terms of, that's why we even indicated partially addressed, but there were documentation which was missing earlier on, especially the engagement letters and the contract agreements. But now in terms of the submission, we can confirm that we have received those annexures.
You have received the annexure to support the 5.4 million. The total amount.
Share in terms of the schedule that has been provided, unless the annex is missing, they are totaling to 3,566,500. Out of the issue, we query about 5,476,000.
So what is outstanding?
Around 2 million is outstanding.
The documentation. Advise us on this.
Chair, explain to me.
Accountant.
Thank you, Chair, for this chance again. On this note, on unsupported amenity wing expenses, as per the auditor query, they pulled on the attachment supporting documents such as contracts, and we have provided those attachments. For the expenditure, already we had given, and we did not have an issue touching on the expenditure side. The only areas they queried us is the engagement letter and contract letters for those who are working on the amenity wing.
Chair, since the